up, people on the internet? This is MrNiiMer, and I bring to you MrNiiMer Geeks. So I'm here with another one from our friends at Fix Carao. Fix Carao. Now again, let me start off this. Uh, these videos I'm doing are just literally me on the internet, bumping into things on the internet that seem to solve issues that I have in my life when it comes to me using my PC and then technology in my life. I am not really trying to like bank on people's content to make my content. No, I can literally like sit and then come up with a whole bunch of problems that I have in my life to do most of these videos out there. So please, if you ever see that I'm using your content in any of the videos, if you bump into this video anywhere and then you see that I'm using maybe an account from Instagram's content, it is solely because it just solves an issue that I have in my life. I'm not really banking on people's content to make my content out here. It's not like that. That's why every time when I do these videos and then it's someone's content, I either put up the link, I put up the account, I shout out the account, I tell people to go and follow them. If you follow them, you can literally even go and then tell them that you seen someone using their videos on YouTube. I am good with that. When they come and then they tell me that I should take things down, I am going to take their content down. No problem with that. So I think this is like the third time that I've used content from Fix Carao. So shout out to Fix Carao. If you're watching this video and you're on Instagram, go and follow them. I don't know if they have maybe a YouTube or a TikTok or anything, but I saw this from Instagram. So again, go and follow them. I think they are into solutions for tech. And if you go onto their page on Instagram, like you find a whole bunch of solutions to things, and then tips, and then tech tips, like solutions and all that kind of stuff. So if you're into that, go and then give them a follow, like their content, comment on their content, beef up their interaction on Instagram, let them get the numbers and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, they literally do these kind of things where they say if you have a laptop or if you have a Mac, these are like free things that you have or you should use. I think the last one that we did was things on. It was really cool. Check out the video. I'll link the video in the comment section so that you can check it out. But there's also another thing. I've done one for Mac. I've done one for PC, and there's another one for PC. So let's jump into that. So yeah, Fix Carl was saying if you have a laptop or a PC, you should definitely have these, and they are all free. All free. So now, yeah, the first thing is WizTree. So WizTree. So WizTree. So what does WizTree do? So WizTree scans your entire drive in seconds and shows exactly what's eating your storage as a visual map. So they say find out 40 gig folder you forgot existed instantly. Man, I'm not going to forget any 40 gig folder I have anywhere. But yeah, WizTree. I actually use something similar. It's what's the name of it? Damn, I've forgotten the name of it. Win. So this is it. So Win Direct Start. So Win Direct Start. So Win Direct Start literally does it like the same thing. So if you're out there, check it out. Actually, again, it's in the other video that I did from the content from WizTree. So check it out. So let's check out on what WizTree is on Google, or our Google AI overview. So WizTree, what is it? So WizTree is a free disk space analyzer for Windows that scans your hard drives in seconds to show you which files and folders are taking up the most room. It uses a visual tree map to display your storage usage, making it easy to find and delete large unwanted files. So in the video I talk about like using Windows Start instead of WizTree. So you can also go on Google, just search for WizTree and then you get it. You can go to downloads and then download it as well. So WizTree. The next one is Autoruns. So Autoruns. So it's made by Microsoft, and then it shows literally everything that starts when your PC boots, even the stuff hidden from Task Manager. This is how you actually find what's slowing your startup. So I think I should use this. I think this will really help me. Today I was having an issue with um, startups, and then how to like actually start up something. So if you want a program to start the moment Windows boots, and then you enter your your password, like you use startup. But I was trying to, so for you to use startup, you can literally just right click on the task bar and then go to task manager. So you can do that, and then on your left, if you're using Windows 11, you just go to startup apps, and then it will just list all the startup apps that you have here. So on Windows 11, you can actually add new startups here. You can also select, and then you can disable or find properties, or you can right click and disable, open the location of whatever the app is, search for it online, and then go to properties. Or you can add new browse to where the program is or the exe is, and then click OK. Or you can type it in. Or I learned this today. You can type in shell colon startup, and then it will bring up your startup folder. So I only have one thing here, which is what ground. What's ground? I don't really know what ground is, but yeah, I'm deleting that. So yeah, you can also again just right click or press your Control Shift and then Escape key, and then it will bring up your task manager, and then you just go to startup apps, or better still, just download Autoruns from Microsoft. So again, you can literally search for Autoruns in Google, and then it will bring us up. So Microsoft Linux Autoruns. So Autoruns are all for Windows 3. So it's all here. You can find it all here. So now the next one is Shut Up 10. So Shut Up 10. I thought it was Shut Up IO, but Shut Up 10. So it's a one app, one screen toggles off every piece of Windows telemetry and tracking. So if you're out there, I think I have to speak on this. But if you're out there and you don't know, there's something in Windows called the Windows telemetry and tracking. So what Windows telemetry and tracking does is it gives Windows information about your machine. So so Windows telemetry is the automatic collection and sending of system diagnostic data, performance data, and app usage habits to Microsoft. Why Microsoft uses this data to patch bugs and secure systems. Opinions on Reddit are mixed regarding privacy risk versus actual performance impacts. So I think the reason why they are doing this is Windows is never efficient. If Windows was efficient, then I don't think people will be like in a brouhaha about this. But it's because Windows is never efficient, especially when new updates come up. Windows is never efficient. So I think people are, and Windows telemetry also does this thing in the background where it hogs up like a whole lot of resources too as well. So back to the first video that I did from contents from Karao, I think the problem I was having back then was Windows telemetry was doing a whole bunch of things where it would download a whole lot of information onto my PC, and then it would eat up into my disk space. So that is how come I got this app that I'm talking about. So Windows Start. So that's why I got this app, and then that's how I came to find Crow again. Fix Crow. That's how come I bumped onto their content, because I needed help with my telemetry, like to deactivate it so that it doesn't do a whole bunch of things, and then how to find ways and means to solve my storage issue. Aside that, Windows telemetry also kind of sends unique IDs from your machine, physical unique IDs, and then software unique IDs or OS unique IDs to Windows. Again, I did another video on that too as well, so I will link both videos in the description and then the comment section. So yeah, this is what Windows telemetry does. So I think literally what they are trying to say is shut up 10 disables all of that. So shut up 10. No, why is it giving me a hold up of issues? Okay, no. Is this shut up IO or shut up 10? Okay, yeah. Okay, so I think there's a whole bunch of info about shut up 10. Shut up 10. What is it? So ONO Shut Up 10, also known as Shut Up 10 Plus Plus, is a free portable utility tool for Windows 10 and Windows 11 that lets you manage and disable hidden telemetry tracking and then privacy invasive features. Okay, yeah. So you can literally just go to Shut Up 10 and then download it too. So the next thing is HWMonitor. So yeah, I've used HWMonitor before. So it shows the real-time health of every component, temps, voltages, fan speed, all in one window. So what it's literally a hardware monitor. So what the hardware monitor does is it monitors everything connected to. Um, so it will monitor like your CPU, it will monitor your graphics card, it will monitor all those kind of things. I think I used to have it. I don't have it anymore because I haven't really been having any issues where I will need HWMonitor or hardware monitor. But yeah, if you're out there and you would want to see like stats on all your components on your Windows machine, then you should check out HWMonitor. Let me see if like there are images of here. So this is how it looks like. So something like this. Uh, let's just go to like the website. Uh, there was one. Whatever he had planned, nobody had a clue. I wonder if you sing music on YouTube will pick it up. So yeah, this is how it literally looks like. So it will give you your PC, a bit of info about your PC. So these are the voltages for your CPU. These are the temps for your CPU. These are your fan. If you have fans connected, and all that kind of stuff, like it will give you all this information about whatever it is you have connected to your machine. So that's HWMonitor for you. Now the next one is Rufus. So if you're out there, I don't know if people know about Rufus, but so Rufus turns any USB into a bootable Windows installer in minutes. So the tool every technician uses and almost no regular user has ever. Okay, well, so then it means if you're a regular user, you haven't heard of this. I am a technician of some sort. Do I know about Rufus? So, let's say if you have a pen drive and then you would want to install Windows, you use Rufus to make the drive bootable. Bootable as in when you connect it to your PC will see it as a drive that has Windows on it. So it gives you the ability to install Windows onto your machine. Aside that, you can also use Rufus for other things, not only for Windows. So if you have Linux and then you want to make a Linux bootable, you can use Rufus. If you have any other thing, Red Hat, any of the other OSs out there, even with Mac too as well, you can also use that for Mac. It works across everything. Anything that's an ISO that you would want to make bootable on a pen drive, you can use Rufus. Again, you can just go to Google and then just enter Rufus. I think Rufus has, yeah, they have their own website. So you go there and then you just download. This is how Rufus looks like. So when you come here, it will show your external devices. Now, the best tip I'll give you when it comes to using Rufus is disconnect every external drive that you have and then just leave the pen drive. So if you are not aware of this, sometimes you might come here. So you come to devices and then it will pick something default. So the default could either be like your external, and then after you've done that and then you go to start, it will format whatever drive that you selected here. So make sure if you are doing a selection, you are selecting just the pen drive. So to be safe, disconnect everything and just connect the pen drive. So you go on here and then you do the selection of the device, then you select what you are booting here. So you click on select, then you select the ISO of what you are trying to make bootable. And then most of these options, they are kind of confusing, but just leave everything on default, and then you just click on start, and then Rufus will do the magic. So it also gives you these options too as well. So you can remove certain or include certain options, and then it will do everything whilst it's booting, whilst it's installing Windows or whatever OS it is onto the machine. So Rufus is also cool. So check it out. And now the next thing, okay, so that's the end. So now I think the other one that we did, the first one we did, it gave us like 12 free things. The one on Mac was like maybe 6 or 7, and then this one is like just 4. So again, WizTree, Autoruns, Shut Up 10, HWMonitor, and then Rufus. So again, it says here these 5 apps do more than half the cleaner software that you've paid for. So if you're out there and you see all of those ads on your browser, and then when you install certain programs, there's ads popping up in the lower right corner of your monitor telling you that you need this cleaner software or something, don't install that. They are just going to bog down your system and then eat into your resources. So use these 5 apps if it will help. Or no, not even if it will help, it will actually help. Right? So again, and when your device needs fixing, fix Carao. Fix Carao is here, right? So check them out on Instagram again. So the tools are Rufus for making bootable drives or pen drive into bootable so that you can install operating systems on machines. HWMonitor or HWMonitor to monitor all your connected components, your CPU, your graphics card, your fans, and all that kind of stuff. Shut up 10 to disable Microsoft telemetry, and then if you are someone into privacy and you wouldn't want Microsoft to be sending information or diagnostic information like they say in quotes from your machine to them, you can use Shut Up 10. And then there's Autoruns. So Autorun will literally give you a list of all your startup programs. So whenever you start up your machine and it feels really really slow, you can actually use Autoruns to list all the machine, all the software that runs whenever you log in or you start up your machine fresh. So use Autoruns. And then there's WizTree. So WizTree will scan your whole hard drive, or if you have other hard drives, you don't just use one hard drive. It will scan all your hard drives on your system, and then it will tell you all the files that are eating into your system. So if you like this, again, give us a thumbs up. If there's any criticism, any message, any kind of feedback, put it in the comment section. A sub will be helpful to us well. And if you feel this is going to be helpful to anyone out there, share the video to them and then let them check these things out for their machine. Thanks for watching, and I'll bring you the next one.